You hate me. I know you do. You complain about my seats, my fees, my yellow website from 2004. And yet, every single morning, millions of you still board my planes. Because deep down, you know one thing. Without me, Europe would never have become this cheap to explore. I wasn't born glamorous. No champagne lounges, no piano music in business class, no celebrities flying first class to Monaco. I was built for one thing only: cheap flights. Back in the 1980s, flying across Europe still felt elite. Tickets were expensive. Airlines acted untouchable. Then I arrived, small, Irish, aggressive, and completely willing to break the rules everyone else quietly accepted. I looked at aviation and asked a dangerous question. What if flying was treated like a bus ride? That question changed Europe forever. People say I ruined flying. Maybe I did. I removed free meals. Then legroom shrank. Then baggage rules got stricter. Soon, passengers were measuring backpacks like they were entering a military checkpoint. And my CEO, Michael O'Leary, loved the chaos. He joked about charging for toilets, standing seats, anything outrageous enough to make headlines. The internet hated me for it. But every complaint hid a secret. Most passengers still booked the ticket. Because while other airlines sold comfort, I sold possibility. Weekend trips to Italy, bachelor parties in Prague, students flying home for Christmas, for 19 euros. You called me cheap like it was an insult. Here's the part most people miss. Cheap tickets were never the whole business. I mastered efficiency like a machine. One aircraft type, fast turnarounds, secondary airports with lower fees. While traditional airlines rested for hours, my planes landed, unloaded, reloaded, and left again in barely 25 minutes. Every second mattered, because in aviation, time is fuel, and fuel is survival. Then came the extras: priority boarding, seat selection, bags, snacks, scratch cards. You laughed at it, but the model worked so well. The entire airline industry copied it, even the airlines that mocked me. You know those airports with confusing names? Paris airports located 2 hours from Paris. Yeah, that was me. I hunted for forgotten airports, places bigger airlines ignored. Because smaller airports were desperate. They offered lower fees, faster operations, less congestion. And suddenly, tiny towns across Europe became connected to the world. Some cities even depended on me economically. Tourists arrived, hotels filled, restaurants survived. I became more than an airline. I became infrastructure. You mocked the airport location after booking the ticket yourself. And then came 2020. The skies went silent. Borders closed. Airports emptied. Aircraft sat motionless for months. For airlines built around premium passengers, the pandemic was catastrophic. But me? I was built differently. No luxury cabins, no dependence on business travelers, just volume, pure volume. So when travel returned, I came back fast, very fast. While legacy airlines struggled with complexity, I flooded Europe with cheap tickets again. People didn't want luxury anymore. They wanted escape, and I was ready. Let's be honest. Nobody dreams about flying Ryanair. Nobody says, "This was the most luxurious flight of my life." But that was never my purpose. I exist because most people care more about the destination than the seat. You tolerate the tiny tray tables because Rome is waiting. You survive the boarding chaos because Santorini is waiting. You accept the random trumpet music after landing because freedom is waiting. I became the airline version of reality. Not glamorous, not elegant, but brutally effective. And maybe that's why people hate me, because I exposed what modern travel really is, a race for the cheapest ticket. You don't fly me for comfort, you fly me for freedom. Here's the strange part. Over time, I started changing. Cleaner branding, better apps, friendlier customer service. Not perfect, but softer. Because eventually, even the villain gets older. And today, something ironic has happened. The airline people love to mock has become one of the most important airlines in Europe. Millions depend on me every year. Students, families, workers, tourists. The truth is, I was never trying to be loved. I was trying to survive. And in aviation, survival is everything. So yes, I'm noisy, cheap, chaotic. But I also changed who gets to travel. Maybe Europe's most hated airline was also Europe's most important one. And the next time you squeeze into seat 27B, remember this. You may hate Ryanair, but there's a good chance Ryanair helped build the Europe you travel today. So what do you think? Did Ryanair ruin air travel, or democratize it for millions of people? Let me know in the comments.